Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
Welcome back to you. Break stride, sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other folks like. Hope you're all doing good tonight. I had to start real quick. Hold on, I actually gotta just probably nudge over my camera a little bit just to make sure that it's all good. Hope y'all are doing well. Focus, camera, focus. Just a little rushed tonight. I just got back from a concert from Weezer. So, yeah, I'm literally got this started under the freaking wire. Holy shit. I am like actually kind of surprised that I got this started when I was supposed to. So we ain't missing. Period. Make sure the okay, my mic, just bring that down a little bit. Hope y'all are doing good. You are listening to Midnight Ramen with me, Michael. Hope y'all are doing all right. If you want to watch this live, you can go to twitch.tv/Meltlyric Original, all one word, where it happens at midnight, any fucking time of the fucking week, baby. Or not any time of the week. Every fucking week, baby, at fucking midnight Central Time in the U.S. or whatever. I fucking missed it once. I missed days. I switched days, but I ain't missed the time, motherfucker. Hell yeah, that deserves a drink. Sorry about the swearing, but it's insensate. Also, I got past the 1 minute mark in YouTube that it wouldn't matter or something, because that was an old meta. But hey, speaking of YouTube, if you miss, the initial recording or, the 2 weeks afterwards, you can always catch them on YouTube, where you can catch not only this episode, but you can catch every single episode up to this point. All 98 episodes now? I think it's 98. We're getting very close to 100. I have actually done some preparation, or not really preparation, but I've done some work to actually make sure that we are closer and closer and closer to getting on other platforms. It's probably what I'm thinking right now. I'm probably not going to start it with the original 100 because I feel like at this point, that's a lot of content. And I'm just going to start kind of fresh on those other platforms at 100. It's going to say that it's 100, but I'm not saying one again. I'm not restarting the show because no. Although it is going to kind of be a soft reboot. It is going to be a soft reboot, but it's not going to be a reboot. Anyways. That's the whole plan as I'm thinking right now. I'll probably upload the other episodes. Maybe not. Again, that's a lot. Each episode is pardon my language, a huge fucking file that takes up a lot of space, on average 4 gigs per hour or per episode, 4 or 5 gigs, whatever, except for the one that he made it 19. Oh my god. Or some of the early ones are actually kind of small, and then they upped it. Yeah. I feel like someone's taking a shower. I'm wrong. Anyways. Bacon banner. If you're watching the video, you can see a new bacon banner. I got this for my birthday because I just turned 26. Yep. I just turned 26. I'm over that hump. I'm in the back half of my 20s, which is crazy to think about. that slow approach to 30 is ever in coming. But we're not there yet. We are far from there. So, but it's always coming closer and closer and closer. So I gotta be ready. Because next thing you know, I'm gonna be 30. That's wild. So anyways, I hope y'all are, so for my birthday over the weekend, I had like 3 days off because it was the weekend, like Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday was my birthday because it's Labor Day, or it was Labor Day this year. So on Saturday, me and my girlfriend went to the state fair, the Minnesota State Fair, which in terms of like food is the best state fair to go to. I don't want to say like in bragging rights. No, it is, from what I can tell, the state fair to go to in terms of food. The one that wants to outgun us is Texas, but Texas has it for a longer period of time. They have more rides, and they just have more time. I think they just have it for more time. It's kind of ran by actual people, or like as a company or something like that, from what I remember, or what I can recall. And there's some logistics that I can't remember off the top of my head that it's like, bruh. Anyway, but it's like that, like the Minnesota one is the one for food. Cause like there's always experiments that are like, maybe this might be good food, or this is, I feel like the Minnesota State Fair is like the oddball, where it's like we know how to fuck, but we're also white. So yeah, we are willing to experiment with some weird food, but keep in mind, majority white people. Although there are, a lot of other ethnicities and cultures in Minnesota, especially in the cities. And like those bigger cities, especially. Well, even out in the, I want to say boonies. Like, let's be honest, I'm gonna call it out in the boonies. You do see some diversity, but those are more towards like Native American, Ojibwe, Dakota, Sioux, that general tribe. There's a Lakota. There's so many logistics and so many. Yeah, I don't want to get into that. It gets a little messy. It actually does get messy. Even working for like having done events, a lot of Native events. It's very interesting to like hear about how they're trying to keep their culture alive, especially how America's really taken over them, but the ways and steps that they're going about like keep preserving their culture. Just recently, I think they released on Disney Plus, they released a dub of Star Wars A New Hope in Ojibwe, which is wild. Like, not to say it's obscure, but like that's actually cool as hell. I know they did I think it might have been Prey did it. The one like Predator movie that was set back in like more, I don't want to say like hundreds of years ago in native territories, and then they did it for What If in Marvel. I can't remember what language they did it in, but they dubbed the character they made for that series in their native language, if I'm remembering right, or what would have been their native language. But it's cool. It's interesting. It's interesting to hear some of their cultures and ways that they've, ways that they've found to like do things and keep their heritage alive, and just how different. Like even, I think one of the last events one of the last Native events I had also included like Native Hawaiians, because technically they are in a sense. I don't want to say Native Americans, but they, in a backhanded way, they are in a way, because if you were to say what nowadays it would, they're part of America, but they're not like part of America because they're Polynesian, whatever. But no, it was really interesting just to see how similar and like some of the contrasts and some of the similarities that they even had in their cultures and traditions. A lot of hula. Yeah. Anyways, getting back onto like uh state fair stuff, because I went into rand. How the hell did I get onto that tangent? Oh yeah, the boonies. So like state fair food is so buck wild, and it can also be extremely white. Like one of the big attractions this year was deep fried ranch. Which, like, yeah, it's odd. It's very odd, but it screams just incredibly white. So what it was, and I didn't have it, but like from what people were saying that did have it, it was like a like kind of a wonton, but instead of cream cheese, it was ranch. It was like, okay, that kind of doesn't interest me that much. And plus, the place that they did that event, that place is always fucking packed. I know in the past years I've had experimental like new foods there, and a lot of them did not go well. Like, I'm gonna be honest, they did not go too well. I mean, the line there is just extremely long and unbearable at points. Ignore that I was trying to get some magic packs right there. But I'm think the best food I had there. I think it has to be the Korean corn dog, which yeah you can get in other places, but it's the first time I had it there, and plus the line for it, I think it was a new like food vendor that they've had, and the line was kind of long. I mean, long, not really long, but it was long. That was like wrapping itself. So, but like, it was basically, it's, for those who don't know, Korean corn dog is essentially you take a corn dog, you take a mozzarella stick, and mash them together. That's what you get. Just like upgrade the mozzarella stick to be the size of a corn dog. That's what you're getting. You're getting a mozzarella corn dog. It's fucking amazing, dude. And then sometimes on the outside they like cover it where you can get different seasonings and stuff like that. So I got mine in like, what was it? Hot Cheetos. Oh, the hot Cheetos added like some extra crunch, and like, that was so good. You like can get some dipping sauce on that too. Oh man. That's actually kind of crazy. It went nuts. I think the corn dog for that particular one wasn't that great, but also at the same time, man, I don't care. I do not care because the food was good. In terms of drinks, what do we have? I can't remember exactly what all food that we had. Drinks, I can tell you exactly what I had. First drink that I had was a s'mores beer from like more towards the north side. That wasn't too bad. It just basically was beer. I think the rim of it was kind of interesting with like crust like chocolate, graham, marshmallow sort of stuff. And also like there was a marshmallow floating in it. The beer wasn't too bad. Wish I had a little bit more stuff to it. Oh yeah. And then we got the corn dog. And then we moved south and we went to the bazaar and had a blue slushy. It was like, what was it? It was a goddamn. I can't remember exactly what it was. It was a blue alcoholic slushy. So I drank 2. Go figure. And that wasn't too bad either. Feel like I had 4 drinks there. But I think I had 3. I'm only counting 3. Which doesn't sound right. I feel like I had 4. But that one wasn't too bad. But the best drink I had there was from Andy's bar. Kind of more towards the grandstand. Or south of the grandstand, in that basically a huge bar area. There's a strip, indoor strip of bars, essentially. And Andy's Grill has Lift Bridge, and Lift Bridge always knocks it out of the fucking park. I love their drinks. Like, they do a mini donut soda that's just like it's interesting because it's cinnamon. It's like a cinnamon drink, which is like odd, but it's so good. Like, once you get past it's weird, it's like really good. Honestly, it tastes like going to the state fair. It's not bad at all. They do a good root beer. They do. I think their dark cherry soda is the weakest in my opinion, but at the same time, it's also really, 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 really good. I'm not joking. I love their stuff, and they also do alcoholic drinks, and they did alcoholic slushies there. And the slushie that I had was a orange cream. I could barely it was like, compared to the other drinks, it was about the same. It was on par. It was about 6-7%, which is pretty decent for what the size was. And I could go through 3 or 4 of those without even thinking about it. If I, didn't get brain freeze from it being a slushy, I would go through so many of those without even thinking about it, and then be like, oh fuck. It was that good. And then my girlfriend also there got a salted caramel milkshake, spiked caramel milkshake, and that also was good too. And while we were able to sit down and drink, and I don't know what it is, and it's like at other restaurants too, like at Texas Roadhouse is the biggest example of this. I don't know what it is with white people working in the food industry. Whenever a certain song comes on, they have to. They may not be obligated to, but they have to drop everything and start dancing in full choreography. It's like the closest thing to a flash mob that we have, like a casual flash mob that we have. And it's crazy. On one hand, I wish there was more of it. On another, I wish there was less of it. Because they're working. They're literally working. It's like all of a sudden, oop, here's that song. And nothing is more surreal than that experience. I gotta say. It's just so weird. But no, we were sitting there and all of a sudden Grease Lightning comes on, and all the bartenders start doing the choreography for it. Meanwhile, they have a line and they can't do anything about it. It's just we're kind of laughing because good thing we got our drinks, because if we were here 5 minutes later, we would just be sitting at the register looking at him fucking weird, just excuse me, I want my drink, please. Oh, it's so weird. And I think even one of the servers there, I feel like I've had a drink from them a couple years ago when I last really went. They look familiar, and I'm like, I could be wrong. Micah knew people. Well, okay, another weird thing is, so for those in the pop cider community that are in that whatever group, Acid was working at one of the stands, one of her pals, and there like a good chunk of like the main core group have seen him in person. The only two main core people that have not seen him are me and Popsky, and I would guess also Lovey as well. But there's some other people that are on the side that just haven't seen him. Due to like circumstantial reasons, like he's up in the area, it's like okay, whatever. And it was like, just to preface this, just so it's not taken out of context in any other sense, it was consented with his parents to see the other gang, because he's also a young child at this point, still a kid, and still a kid now, or like underage. But like, we were not going out to see him. But it's crazy that the one day we went to the fair, he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna be there, which is like, it keeps the myth up, and it's just so funny. It's just incredibly funny that everyone else has met him, and like, it's just funny, except for me and Popsky have not seen him. It's just funny. It's incredibly funny. But yeah. It also feels weird to have to like justify it every time that I talk about Acid. It's like, again, he's a cool kid, but that's it. You know, he was literally one of the first people that found our community. Me, Popsky, and Outsider, and me, Popsky, and Cam, Outsider. Like, he's just cool. He vibed with us, and we're like, cool. Like, we only treat him as a friend, and that's it. Nothing else. Yeah. But he's a cool dude. But it's so funny that he's like, he's from our area, like general area, and like, he knows, like, he just stumbled upon us, I think he stumbled upon Popsky, and it's just like, weird. Weird coincidence. So who knows? God works in mysterious ways. I have to say it. I'm not afraid to say it. And there's some other stuff that I just don't care to talk about on the podcast. They're like, convenient. It's just like, not like nothing to do with us. It's like just weird coincidence. Weird coincidences. It's just like puzzle pieces fall into place. This and this were to happen at the same time. Anyways, let's go into magic cards, because it's about time. It's about damn time. Also, as a Minnesotan, I do not claim Lizzo. Fuck that bitch. Yeah, she went to the University of Minnesota, but that's it. She was not born here, I think. I don't want to check that, but we do not claim her. I don't know why Minnesota has a fucking thing trying to claim her. We do not claim her. Anyways, it's about damn time to open up some fucking magic cards. I had to adjust my camera, so and I also didn't have time to really adjust anything. So, whatever. Also, I'm sorry about the whole episode if my like little orange button is blinking on my mic. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know. Probably a bug. I don't know. It started happening, I think, last week too, in the last episode. I don't know. But like, I just noticed it, and I'm like, I'm gonna just open all of these at the same time and then start flipping. But yeah, I'll talk about more about like what I got on my birthday and stuff like this after I do magic cards. But I have to do it. I have to do my magic stuff. Like, God damn it. Like, what am I supposed to do? Crinkle, crinkle. I wonder if you can actually hear that on the podcast itself. Like, I don't want to check because this just feels like ASMR and I am not for that shit. I don't get it. Anyways, Rabbit Gnaw, High Stride. I'm going to go through some of these pretty quick. It's like the grip that I have with these. Oh, Run Away Together. Nice. It's not foil, but yeah. Assured. Short token. Season Worn Guard. An Island. Ooh, Caretaker's Talent. That's not bad. Okay. Then Heirloom Epic, and then just some uncommons behind it. Oh, I didn't. Whoops. I didn't do the pack trick yet. I feel like that's enough. Yep. Lily Pad Village, Galewind Moose, Long Stride, whatever. Do some of these. Otter and a Mouse. Otter and a Rat. Intrepid Rabbit. Rabbit Gnaw for the foil. Ooh, we got a foil Plains. Behind it, we got Dawn's Truce. And behind that, we got Zoraline. All right. Cool. All right. Fine. This one. 3, 2, 1, flip. Windtail Mentor. That guy. And then keep going to the token right here. Oh, the token is flipped around. And it's this little scene of the rabbits. Ooh, the foil is a Tender Wild Guide with Offspring 2 stuff. We got a Schwamp. Ooh, Festival of Embers for the rare. Behind that, we got a short bow. All right. Nothing too splashy, except for maybe a Caretaker's Talent. But other than that, nothing really too big in this. But like honestly though, some of the past couple episodes, I've hit fucking major ones, like huge dingers. And like even in the last episode with Popsky, I opened some pretty decent cards. Not incredible, but even the ones before that, more than enough make up for any difference in that pack. And speaking of cards, I on my birthday, we were gonna go to this one place, but it was like incredibly busy, so we went to like a Denny's, and then I went to my card shop afterwards because my dad wanted to run some errands, and my dad wanted to run some errands, and nearby was another store that he wanted to do some stuff at. So I went to my card shop, one of the card shops I usually tend go to, mainly get my deck boxes from, and like open like these. I don't know if these are the ones that I use for the stream. I think the stream boxes I get for this, I get them from there. But I got a couple of deck boxes, and I got the last three set packs of Baldur's Gate set boosters from them. And I think all of them banged, but one of them had a what's it called? A Snapcaster Mage, which I already have one of those. But even it being on the list, that card is $25, and that's the lowest price. $25, which is insane. So all three of those packs are already paid off with that one card, that's the kind of thing I like in Magic. It's like, yeah, it is kind of gambling a little bit, but finding a card that pays off for multiple packs or even a box is freaking insane and funny as hell. Like, it is gambling, but at the same time, it's funny when it does happen. It's like with Kaladesh in those sets getting an invocation. Getting, like, doing it the old way with draft boxes. Like, you'd have to open a whole case to maybe crack, like, at the very least, $100 card. Which that kind of pays for one, not really anymore. But if you would have gotten back then, or would have paid for the box, it would have maybe paid for a little bit more. But now it doesn't. Especially for those sets, sure shit doesn't. Anyways, so more birthday stuff. So I did talk kind of what I did on my birthdays, but I still have food for my dinner. So a couple things, the things that I got this bacon banner that my girlfriend got. I got another thing of, again, another magic thing. The art from, jeez, I have seen it. I literally just looked at it. It's not this one. Runaway Together. Like the art from Runaway Together. She got like a big picture of it. I'm like, I kind of don't want this. I kind of wanted her to have it because like it looks so cute. Just an otter and a frog on a little leaf sailing away together. It's real cute. I love it. That art is so nice. This little flavored text of it is also just chef's kiss. Just real nice. Real simple, real pure. She also got me purple Crocs. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Trying to think what else I got. I got another pair of shoes, another slip-on pair of shoes, which I did want. Some root beer. Or just soda pop. The ones with the spitty glass soda. Which is good. I love that. I'm trying to think of what else I got. A Lego set. Maybe two. 2 Lego sets. Yes. And a Fallout Magic the Gathering shirt, which is kind of hard to read on the screen itself, but it's a good shirt. I like it. It's Fallout and Magic the Gathering, and those things kind of go nutty. They nutty in some ways. I do need to get some more of them. There's some more cards because I hate to talk about more Magic stuff, but like it's because it naturally came up in the what I was talking about. But I think in the like Hail Caesar deck, one of the alternative commanders is Mr. President, and I need him for a deck. Because I'm making a gambling deck where basically I try to roll as many dice as possible and try to flip as many coins as possible. Wooburg, I need a commander for it, but there's so many like dice effects, there's so many rolling effects. I'm just like, this may not be a legal deck, quote unquote, because there are definitely cards that aren't legal yet. But, man, it's just a fun deck. I love Casual Commander because you can express yourself. It's not always about fucking going for the win. It's about playing and having fun. And honestly, with this, like, the decks I'm talking about may not win much, if not ever. But the amount of times it's going to have fun and rolling shit, it's going to be a lot. I tell you that. Also, another one of my decks that I think is really good that also has an illegal deck, technically a legal card because it's a silver border, is my Squirrel deck. My Squirrel tribal deck has Earl of Squirrel. Everything else is legal, but Earl of Squirrel's in there because it's really, it's not busted. it is a little broken, but it's not completely busted in terms of Squirrel Tribal stuff. It's kind of balanced. It's not, in terms of like the power of cards that are in Magic today, it's not at all strong. Ironically, it's not that strong for as much as it is and the effect that it gives. Like, it's decently strong, but it's not like, oh, I'm going to play my counter spell. Oh, I'm going to play Fierce Guardianship. That cycle, I'm going to play Soul Ring. You know, those kinds of stupid cards that are near auto-includes if you have them for certain decks. You know, dual lands. But it's a card that for that specific tribal, it's really good, really fun. And I wish it is legal. And they're trying to do that sort of thing to make silver border cards, certain silver border cards, legal, which I love it. And even in the deck itself, like the original Precon deck itself, it has illegal cards in it, technically, because it came from an Infinity set. It came from Unfinity. The Son half is in there. And if we're being honest and truthful, it is an illegal card. If we're going by old rules, it is. But because of what Unfinity did and the door that it opened, it allowed for silver border cards to potentially be legal in, you know, non-competitive formats. Potentially. It's really fun. It's really good. And I need to stop talking about Magic the Gathering, goddammit. I don't know why I keep getting onto it. I just love it. I do. Yeah. What was I doing? Oh yeah, then obviously if you see the shirt, we went to Weezer early, and that's why the episode itself was like almost not gonna happen on time. It's because we went to Weezer, and we got here like just in the nick of time. I was speeding the whole time. When I got on the highway, there was not a moment I wasn't speeding. I'm gonna be right on the Bible. I was speeding, except for me. There were maybe a couple time points that I wasn't, but 90 to 99% of 95% of the time I was speeding, unless it was like slowing down because duh. Ooh. But no, their concert played a lot of their hits, but then it was mainly focused on their first album, the Blue Album, and the tour is called Journey to the Blue Planet, and Voyage to the Blue Planet, my bad. And it's because their first album, Weezer, or the Blue Album, was released 30 years ago, or to celebrate the 30th anniversary, and they played through the whole thing. The whole thing. That's why. And there was like also lead up into it, so they were playing songs from their other big hits, like Pork and Beans, Beverly Hills. I'm trying to think of some other ones that are just on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember. They played a decent few of Pinkerton. Which is their second album. I'm trying to think of like what other ones they did. Yeah, they played like 4, maybe 5 songs from Pinkerton. Like, I'm not kidding. It was good. It was a good concert. Like, it was like it was themed like, oh, they were astronauts and stuff like that. It was it was fun. It was funny. Just like it's like yeah. Coming from Weezer, they totally embraced the meme, especially from the Blue Album. Because what it was not Say It Ain't So. It might have been Say It Ain't So. But like they had the whole crowd sing it was Say It Ain't So. Yeah, Say It Ain't So. The two main lines that were not sung by Rivers Cuomo were Say It Ain't So the first time, because like, first time in the whatever, the loop. And Wrestle with Jimmy. I swear to God, he did not. He was like, Wrestle with Jimmy. There was also like a group of people a couple rows away from us that were wearing shirts. I think all together, it said spelled or said the phrase "Wrestle with Jimmy," which is just like funny as that. Yeah. Oh, I also have like a draft in TikTok that I gotta make. That's yeah, that's gonna be. I'm gonna probably do that in the after show while the other videos, whatever. I also have to pee like a freaking racehorse, dude. I have not gone to the bathroom. I have not gone. I had to be. I've kind of had the itch to pee before they went on, and then they started like a countdown before they actually went on, which was like 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh, I can make it. But can I, though? Just like that doubt is like, I can make it, but I don't know. I bet I could. I bet I could have. But just like, could I, though? I don't know. Should I think, what else has been going on? Yeah, I mean, the main things that are going on. I mean, I turned 26, which is crazy. In comparison to my sister, we're like almost 180 degrees apart because she was cold. She was born on like a negative 50-degree day, and I was born on like a 120-degree day. So pretty much the same. We're at 180. Pretty much. Oh my God, thinking about that. That's crazy. Because if my sister was born on like a negative 50 day, and I know kind of when, well, where the hell was my mom then? Because like from the stories that I've heard, they were at my grandparents' house or like condo, little whatever, when her water broke. And then they went like almost 45 minutes to the hospital, which doesn't make sense. Unless if they did it because it was closer to like their apartment at the time, which I think is probably the case. But yeah. Yeah. I'm just like thinking about it. It's like, huh. Weird. Weird. Oh. And I'm also thinking about like, it's interesting. My parents were also like condo dwellers, or like apartment condo dwellers with kids for like, or with a kid until like I was even a little bit. I don't know when our house was built in Arizona, because it was getting built. I think by the time I was born, it wasn't ready, but it was like near ready. Because I feel like I went to one of the times that they were building it, I believe. But I remember going to where we had condos and other, like a condo and other family members and stuff like that. Yeah, that was a fun time. I haven't really talked about the times down there a whole ton. So yeah, we've had family that or extended family that had a condo there, or two, or a couple. Hard to explain. It was kind of more or less for retirement stuff because old. I think originally my mom's parents wanted to retire down there, and I think even my dad's parents also did too, to an extent. I don't know which one wanted it more. I don't know which one wanted it more. I think my dad's kind of did because there were also family members that were down there, but because of, I think, my grandpa on my mom's side wanted the kids not to have to farm. I think that was also he wanted to retire in Arizona, possibly. Although on the day that I was born, he was there, and he was like, "Why the fuck am I?" He's basically saying, "Why the hell am I here? My shoes are literally melting to the concrete or to the pavement," which is true. I did not witness that sort of stuff when I was a kid, but that shit happens. It's not a joke. One thing that has stuck with me my entire life is whenever I leave a car out during the summer, doesn't matter what temperature it is. I mean, if it's anything below 60, 60 and below, you're fine. Keep it closed. Or if there's birds and shit, birds everywhere, keep it closed. You're fine to do that. But anything higher than 70, 80 degrees, open up the windows. Just a crack. And because the reason that we only did just a crack is, to deter thieves, because that was incredibly possible. I think I've already talked about multiple times that we had our car stolen or broken into, which I kind of do not remember a good chunk of them, but some of the other times. But one of the major times I do remember when our car was stolen. One of our cars was stolen. My sensei, I've already told this story before. My senseis, my dad, and my uncle, or maybe uncles, got together into a van to find the car and to, possibly beat the guy up. And they found it on cinder blocks. And even the police, I don't think, wanted to do anything about it because, it was probably cartel. It probably was cartel. But they knew who it was. They knew exactly who it was. And then what happened was that same guy that stole the car wound up killing a cop. And let's just say he was found dead in the desert 2 days later. Or so. He was just found there. Don't know how or why, but he was found there. Dead. Wonder why. Wonder how. How that happened. The reason that there are the Miranda rights is because of Maricopa County. You do not, from my experiences, you do not fuck around with a Maricopa County cop. If you fuck around with a Maricopa County cop, you're... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Yeah. What else? Yeah, so... And, I remember when we go... So, another, a condo store. So, we had extended family there. And we would always go to a condo kind of around Arrowhead. Or that's where it was. And there was a pool there that we would go into quite a bit. And that's where we always swam quite a lot. There was a hot tub. One time I remember the hot tub was closed because some guy had shaved in it. Like, dude, yuck. Ugh. And they had to like the tenants or whatever had to like literally shut it down or shut the hot tub down because of it. It was nasty. It's like, why would you do that? And I don't think they use like, like the spray stuff, but man, what the, I'm just thinking about it again. It's like, as a kid, I think I was mad about it, but like now it's like, dude, why? Why would you do that in there? And also, I don't want to know what the man was shaving. I don't want to know, but I'm assuming the worst. It's like, dude, come on. Yeah, we always swim there quite a bit. I think as we got older, we didn't go there as much. I think also, I mean, when we were getting older, I think my uncle had one of the old, got one of the condos while he was living down there with us. And yeah, I think we went there less and less. And also with like swimming, more of like that swimming stuff. We were diving by that point, and we didn't really need to swim. We weren't gonna be those kinds of swimmers, but we needed to know how to swim, obviously. But we were divers, and we had pools to dive at that were a lot closer to go to, and like for our needs, if we needed to. I feel like, honestly, if I had to, it would be a little bit of a stretch. I think I would be able, still as a kid, I think I would have been able to get from my house to where we used to dive from. It would be a long bike ride, but I think I could have made it pretty easily. It would have been a long as shit bike ride, though. Probably like, it took us like 5 minutes to get from school, and that was about a mile. I want to say that might have taken us, how long would that have taken us if we would have done that? That probably would have taken us like an hour, maybe 2. And also with like, it was also like we would have to go through busy streets and stuff like that, so that's what I'm thinking. Like, it would be longer if we would have actually biked there, but we didn't. We always like got rides to go there. I remember one of the coach's kids, he was so small, he could fit inside one of the lockers, no bigger than the bacon banner. Probably like smaller than the bacon banner. It was like, I could do that for a little bit when I started diving, but like by the end, like, and that was like less than a year, I couldn't, like, if I were to do it, I would get stuck. But like, he could still do it efficiently. Like, efficiently. It's like, bro, how even? Skinny motherfuckers be like, I like diving. Diving was fun. I think the one fear that I had when I was diving was, before I actually like dove, I had this fear that like the water would get the pool water would get in my eyes and burn it. I was like, I need contacts to go swimming. It's like, no, you don't. You maybe goggles, but you can't really use them. Like, why would you open your eyes when you're diving? It's like, you're just coming back up to swim to shore. Stupid goober. I still say, though, knock on wood, I'm the only one in my family that doesn't need glasses. I don't need them. Like, I could use them. I could use like some reading glasses, maybe, but I don't need them. I don't need them to drive. I am not visually impaired. Last time I checked, I was good. Good to go. So, I'm kind of happy about that. I'm like, I kind of hold that above them. It's like, I don't need them. Even though in the future I may need them. I don't need them now. But I don't expose myself to that dangerous stuff. And I feel like I kind of do at the same time, because like with all the lighting stuff and adjustments and all that and other things, I do kind of subject my eyes to just some kind of crazy stimuli. But also at the same time, I try to make sure that they're not like screwed. But also at the same time, that's weird, because like all these like screens are hurting your eyes. Yeah. In a way, I think they are. But also at the same time, it's like, Or the blue light makes you sleepy. Whatever. I can't remember exactly what it is. Ah, my back. Oh, sticking in the chair. I hate that. Yuck. I'm just trying to think of what else has been going on. I was gonna go to the Gradients concert last week, but like I had some I don't know what it, like my sister made some like hot noodles, and they were hot, but not like excruciatingly hot. But like when she got home, like around the time before, a little before she got home, I was like, I'm not feeling it. My gut's like, no, you're not going anywhere. There's a storm outside that may not be anything, but still, you're not going anywhere. You got some gut problems that are happening. You're not gonna shit yourself, but you're not gonna feel good. Like, oh, come on, dude. So, yeah, that was horrible to deal with. But it passed itself over time. Like, I can handle spice, but like, I don't know what it was. It just was like, you messed up. You really messed up. I don't know what it was. Just hear some like sound. Interesting. I should probably wrap this up here. Getting close. Getting kind of close. But yeah, for deck box, more magic stuff. Like I also need to find a good place to put the picture that you got me, because like I can't really put in the bottom right corner. I can't put it on the top left corner. Would it be right? It would be the top right corner, bottom left corner. I'm sorry. And like I can't really put anything in the bottom left corner. Bottom right corner. So like, and plus the F is there. So it's like, where do I put it? Over my head? I can't do that because it's already there. I think my set is already busy enough, but it's like, I love the art too, because it's so cute and nice. It's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. Just like kept it in there and just like, it'll be fine. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little loopy. Let's end the show. So, if you want to watch this happen live, you can interact and chat and stuff like that. You go to twitch.tv/Meltlyric Original, where you can not only chat and do stuff within there. You can catch the after show, where it's just basically me editing this podcast and just ranting and other things like that. Just whatever. And of course, obviously, interacting in chat. That's the main two things that come here. But and you get to see the unedited version of the podcast. So yeah, that's the thing. And if, oh my gosh. Ugh. Yuck. My brain just broke. Brr. Words. I'm thinking of something, but I can't remember what it was. Son of a bitch. Oh yeah. I was ending the podcast. Fuck. So I already talked about that. So if you miss, you can miss all of this for the 2 weeks that it's up on YouTube, or not YouTube, on here, Twitch. You can go to my YouTube channel where I not only have this episode, but I have all the other episodes on there as well, and other stuff that I have on there as well. I also do TikTok stuff. More just mainly magic things, but I'm going to be posting other things on there. I literally have one in the bag right now that I'm in my drafts that I'm going to post pretty freaking quick. I just need to trim it down a little bit maybe, but it's ready to go. It's pretty much done. So that's a thing. Oh, what else? Thank you to Gradients for the use of their song Used to It off of the The Call. I was already talking about them before. They just did their first live show in the cities, after moving. And they're going to release either new music or a whole nother album this month. I haven't really talked to them and whatever. But yeah, that's exciting. And thank you for listening, watching, do what you do, and all the other stuff. Yeah. But as I look at the time right now, it is not midnight here. But it's midnight somewhere else. So until it becomes midnight here, I'll catch you back. But until then, bye-bye.
Yeah, well, just when I needed you, I see from a different view. Oh, baby, now don't be scared, but don't get used to it. Yeah, when I told her I can't let go, when I told her I can't say no. Oh, baby, well, I was scared, but now I'm used to it. I was scared, but now I'm used to it.